Hello and welcome back to the Nihil channel and back to Shining in the Darkness. We left off with me trying to decide if I was going to buy a really expensive sword. And Captain, I have made responsible choices.
So that means you did buy the sword, right?
I did not. So, I'll show you what I bought. Hero has a Morning Star now, instead of a sword. So he did get a slight attack upgrade. Milo still has the same axe and same robe, but he now has a hood, so he has some a little bit more armor. And Pyra had just the default cotton robes, but now she has a woven hood, a hemp robe, and a wood staff. So she hits a little bit harder and has actual armor instead of the default.
And crucially, the levels look very different.
Yes, the levels are different. They have both leveled up some, and I was going to show you what we got with that. So Milo has, I think that was all the same.
I think that's the same, yes.
Pyra, however, has egress now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, she just got egress right before you popped in just now for us to record. So we are Gucci. I got us back to where we were. So this is the Cave of Strength, and we've got this kind of split here, but it's hollow behind this. It keeps going. But I know where we're supposed to go tentatively. If we go right here, this puts us into new territory.
All right.
I don't really know beyond this, but this puts us into new territory.
Oh, there's another level. Okay, great.
Is. Do we want to... I think we go this way first.
Okay.
And because I did grinding, we just kind of fly through these guys right now.
That sounds fantastic. Let's focus on, even maybe those chest monsters won't be such a challenge.
Maybe. Okay, so that's nothing. Let's go this way.
So today's, or this weekend's a special weekend. The, yesterday.
Real fast. I looked up what these are too.
Okay.
Because we couldn't do anything with it. This is a well, and it is only a scenery element to help you remember where you are.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just like the torches.
Right, like the torches. Okay.
Okay, so why is this a special weekend?
Well, because yesterday, the first episode got uploaded.
Yes. Oh.
So thank you for all who have been watching so far and for bearing with us. We heard as a piece of feedback that it was going to get better, and I think those people who said that are right. This is, hopefully for the viewers, also a massive improvement.
Hopefully so. Yeah, it'll just keep getting better as we get more of our bearings and figure out kind of what we're getting into.
I was a little bit nervous that all of the feedback was, hey, I loved this game. I played the first few hours and then I couldn't play it any further. So
Yep.
I guess we're in for it, but we're here for the long haul.
All right, I'm thinking we go down the hole.
Yes, it's either the hole or the stairs.
Let's see. I don't know. What's this way? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use the fast forward button a little bit. Get us through this. The problem I have, the same with I had the same issue with Shining Force, which was that the fast forward stops working if I use it too much.
What does that mean?
Quick. I push the button and it doesn't do anything.
Interesting.
And I don't know why that is. We're getting real into it. Alright, let's go back and do that hole. Okay, so it's up here on the right. Okay, vampire, that's new.
It is. But it's nothing. We can handle it.
I'm sure Hero can one-shot it, yeah. Oh, goodness. We are taking
Milo
some
and
hits.
Are Milo and Pyro full health, or do we just need to heal them up? They don't have nearly as much HP as Hero.
They don't have nearly as much, but also they're a little bit low because in trying to get back here, I ran into like 2 or 3 crabs. So,
which weren't a problem, but lots of damage. I get you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna die to crabs anymore, or at least not a single crab, but they do a lot. Because they hit twice and do like 15-ish to people every time they hit. So there's a hole there. There's a hole there. Alright. Okay, that's a neat little stretch effect to make it seem like you're falling. That's cool.
Now, will we find the staircase?
Okay, there's the
I
other
have to
hole.
assume we will. Yes, there's the other hole. I'm glad there's a visual landmark there.
Oh, okay, we got vampires. Well, that seems scary. Alright, I guess we'll learn how much they do. Oh. Alright, we're okay. That's not too scary. Alright, so let's go look this way first, I guess. Look at that, wow.
Magic.
Ooh. Okay. Pumpkin heads. Alright. Yeah, let's try and kill those real quick. They look like little onions more than pumpkins.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm trying to think. This game is much, much older, so this isn't the case. But I got shades of Tonberry from Final Fantasy.
Not familiar.
So the Tonberry is a ultra difficult enemy. It first appeared in Final Fantasy VI, and it's a little green lizard character who wears brown monk's robes and carries a lantern and a knife.
I'm familiar.
Right, and it's this very little unassuming character that like one hit kills every single character that it hits.
Yes, I remember. I still have not played a mainline Final Fantasy game. Oh, hello. Let's search that. Healer fruit. Okay, that's a healing seed, I think.
Great. Did we get a smelling salt last time?
Yes, and we still have it.
Great. I'm just thinking about, the egress spell is wonderful, but if she's knocked out, it's probably not usable.
Maybe not, yeah. Alright, I think
So
that we came up the stairs just now.
Yes, as I say, that's the same staircase.
So, I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I still have not played a mainline Final Fantasy game, but I encountered those in Crystal Chronicles, and they are terrifying.
Yes.
And I kept thinking, like, oh, there's gotta be some way to beat this thing. No, not really.
Interesting.
Oh, now you can see why we took some damage.
I can't remember. What did we decide last time? They'd take a decent amount of damage from freeze, is that right?
Oh, goodness. Wow. I think so, but I think we're also strong enough to, yeah.
Okay.
We don't totally have to, but yeah, we're gonna have to heal up Hero. So let's try heal level 2. There we go.
Fantastic. Wow.
And if you want to see everybody's top stats, there you go. So we could do a heal level 1 on Milo as well. And that would probably be warranted. Let's see, so right... I think there was nothing to the right, so I think we want to go this way.
Do you want to cast
no.
Pyra's spell just to take a look?
Not yet. Because that was the holes, so I know where we are now. Since last week, I've also started playing Advance Wars, and that's pretty fun.
First or second?
I'm starting with the first.
Okay.
I've also done some verses with friends, though, and that's been fun.
And who's been your CO or your favorite CO so far?
I don't really have many unlocked, so I'm not sure yet who my jam is. I've messed with Max some, who has better tanks, and I've messed with Sammy some. Wow, one step, who has better infantry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are two styles of players. There are Team Max and Team Grit, and you are one or the other.
I see.
Generally, I think Grit's considered the better CO, but it's hard to argue with the amount of damage that Max can put out.
Oh, Hero got paralyzed.
Ooh.
Man, we are just getting one step. So Milo's... Oh, Milo's paralyzed. My bad. So we'll need to... Do we need to unparalyze him? Does that happen over time? I don't really know. I haven't seen that yet.
No, I haven't either. I'm trying to think. Perhaps Detox? Perhaps Detox 2, which I don't think we have.
We do not. Let's see what that looks like. Is it? Mm-hmm. It is like that. Yeah, we'll try a Detox. I can't.
Spelled. Okay.
Okay. We can't use his items either. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got a depoison. Can I item give? Can I give one of his items? I can. Alright, that's good. He just has a depoison though, so we'll just use a depoison on him and see if that works.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing happens. Hmm.
Well, that's kind of a big deal. Do you maybe want to look up how we fix that?
Stand by.
Okay, I'll keep trudging on while Captain tries to figure that out. Oh, are we just good now? He's attacking again. Did we just have to take a couple steps?
Not finding that just yet, but possibly. I am seeing that if the entire party becomes paralyzed, you can lose.
I see. Okay, we got 2 ways to go. I guess I'll keep going straight.
Okay, so smelling salts cure paralysis. They do not recover characters from death.
Okay, good to know.
So the good news is that we have the cure on hand. The bad news is if somebody dies, we probably just have to leave.
Okay. Good to know, though, so I don't count on smelling salts to do something they don't do.
While I'm here, Wisdom Seed is different from Healer Fruit. Wisdom Seed, which is the little pear, is a map. Or a consumable that'll show you a map.
Okay, I thought it gave MP.
That was my hope as well.
But yeah, that is also good to know.
Right. I know that we had said in the first episode, again, thinking about when is everybody going to see this, that we weren't going to do any of this stuff looking up online. Concessions have had to be made.
Yeah. Because my priority is always to put on the best show. And there are some things that you guys probably just don't want to deal with. If we, you know, are relying on something, and basically if you guys have to watch like an hour of grinding, or an hour of us getting back to where we were, that's not very fun, so.
I think it depends on the genre. It's easy enough in a strategy RPG to not look at a guide, but in a dungeon crawler with a map, that's really challenging.
Well, now we get to find
here's
out.
our test.
Well, hopefully not. Let's go ahead and sleep that.
Yes.
Nope. Alright, how much... Uh-oh. No! Okay, well, let's just heap on the damage, I think.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more damage than last time.
I would hope. I got her... Oh, my gosh. I got her a new staff that cost a decent amount, so... Alright. We don't die to those as much anymore.
Not even close. I mean, you know, heal spell and we're back to normal.
Yep.
Praise the ancients for grinding.
Yeah. I didn't grind very long either. It was like 40-ish minutes, maybe. Okay, so if I go up here and I take a right, that'll put us in new territory again. And straight is back the way we came. There we go.
Ooh.
Alright, we got more torches.
So you had asked us last time to think about topics for a podcast, and I'll go ahead and say this right now. I promise on the next video we'll ask people for topics so that we can have them before when we record. But I brought a topic for tonight if you want to talk about it.
Sure. Potentially. What you got?
I was thinking about I think it was from our second episode when we talked a little bit about what makes a good dungeon crawler. And I found that I didn't really have much to say because I don't know much about dungeon crawlers. As I mentioned in the video, I think Persona 3 is the closest I've ever come to really playing a dungeon crawler. But I have another game genre that I think you and I both know a lot about, and we might be able to talk about much more interestingly, which is strategy RPGs. What makes a good SRPG? And
sure.
It's a broad topic, right? So let's get more specific about it, because you and I are both part of Discord channels where people are making little SRPG demos and little SRPG maps, and some of them are in SRPG Maker, some of them are in Shining Force editors, but they're all more or less based on an existing game. Let's just take a step back and let's just say, like, does every single SRPG have to be just like Fire Emblem or Shining Force? Like, what is it about an SRPG that makes it good? Is it that it's like Fire Emblem, or is it something different? So with that in mind, I'm just gonna ask the question.
Did you see that?
I saw a critical. What happened?
That wasn't a critical. It said a light shines, Milo gets dizzy and loses 10 MP.
Ooh.
So that's
now that we know that wisdom seeds don't restore MP, that's tough.
Yes, it is. For starters, yes, everything has to be like Fire. No, I'm just kidding. There we go. We just can't take a step. Why don't you start?
Sure. Well, let's think about it in terms of mechanics, because I've definitely thought about this when I've put maps together or thought about putting maps together. You know, one of the things that makes a strategy RPG different from a traditional RPG is that because you have a map, you have to have a lot more variation in characters. You know, in any given RPG, I mean, really any game, I think, if I think about it, like, think about even a game like Overwatch, for example, characters need to have types, but when you get into a space where you've got dimensions, you don't just need characters like in this game, a character that can attack, a character that can use spells, a character that can heal. What you really need is you need... I think we should go right. That was what we did. I would listen to the first episode again, and I remember saying we should always take the right turn. We
did say that.
We did.
I'm not going to fast forward on the crabs because they do so much damage that I need to be paying attention.
Okay, that's fine.
How did Pirate
you're right. 2 damage. That's tough.
How did Pirate take less than Hero? I don't understand that.
Well, you could look at her stats and see, or perhaps a weak attack.
That's new.
Skeletor.
Okay. So we're going the right way, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But yeah, I think the most important part of an SRPG is definitely having interesting characters. But I mean, that's coming from, you know, somebody who's really into Shining Force and stuff that loves that.
No, I agree. They need to be interesting, and most importantly, they need to be different. And where I was going with that is I was thinking about, you know, why is it that we always pick medieval times for our games? But it's because you've got characters with bows, you've got characters with swords, you've got characters that are on horses or are on foot, and then you've got magic users. And it just creates this really interesting blend of different types. And for whatever reason, when we get out of the medieval fantasy setting, we just can't seem to do that anymore. And
Yeah.
I guess my question to you is that what a strategy RPG needs?
I think so. There are, you know, I've heard good things about XCOM, though I've not played it. So I think there's some different characters in XCOM. Some different kinds of things. But
yes.
I don't think they have as much variety as something like a Shining Force or a Fire Emblem. I do think that's what you need, but I also think that even future-y things could. You just kind of have to have, like, the rule of cool, kind of. Like, it's gotta make logical sense, unless it's just so cool that it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Can you give an example?
Yeah, so, like, I'm getting into Mobile Suit Gundam right now. I'm watching all the shows and stuff, and it's really, really cool. And I love all the sci-fi stuff. And they play Rule of Cool really well. That everything logically makes a lot of sense, other than the fact that we have giant humanoid robots.
But they're so cool that it just doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, as long as you accept that it's like, this is a neat thing that we're doing, and that's why we're doing it, then everything around that will make sense, but, yeah, that won't necessarily make sense. I'm gonna finish going down this hallway, because I am afraid that I'm not gonna recognize it when we get back to it. So, yeah, it's kind of like, you gotta come up with reasons in the future to have close combat especially, because when you have XCOM, it's like, well, the focus is just everybody uses guns, because that's what makes sense, but I don't know that that makes things the most fun.
No, it doesn't, and it's interesting you say that, because in XCOM 1, that was true. In XCOM 2, they give one of the characters a sword, and it's a high-tech, futuristic sword, but it's clearly not practical. But it's there because rule of cool. Like, running up to an alien and slicing it with a sword is always cool.
Oh, yeah. Definitely agree. But I think the most, like, other than characters, you just need a really unique sense of identity. Because I see a lot of these games come out. Some that do well, but, you know, I kind of think about sometimes why the ones that don't do well. And I think that oh my gosh, that's a lot of skeletons.
Do you think they might be weak to Blaze?
We can find out. Mildly.
Mildly, yeah.
But not enough to kill him.
No.
I've noticed in my grinding that if we don't have, Man, Milo and Pyro are really tanky now. If we don't kill things with Blaze 2, it's usually not worth it, because we're one-shotting everything with Hero and Milo.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Pyra, it takes like 2 hits anyway.
Yes.
So, it's just not that worth it. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go this way. This is another really big corridor. Okay. Oh, okay, well, I think we've just got one way to go.
Looks like it.
But yeah, I think a lot of SRPGs that are coming out that don't do well just don't have a great sense of identity. You don't have a great art direction that's unique enough that people want to look at for long enough. Oh, that's new. Death guides.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, let's get rid of them. Okay, so they've got... Uh-oh. Okay, well, we definitely need to get rid of those. I'm trying to think of, like, some that haven't done that well. that I feel like should have. I plan on wrapping it up on the channel pretty soon. I just kind of let time get away from me, but Lost Eidolons had a good start, but it doesn't seem like people are still talking about it. And I hope that changes when it comes out on Xbox, because I know that was their plan.
When was it released?
I covered it like the day before it came out or something, because they sent me an advanced copy.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever my first video came out then, like a couple months ago.
Right. A couple months ago, I'm pretty sure it was sometime in the middle of last year.
Probably. There we go. Okay, well, can't go right. But yeah, I think that they... Why do I think that didn't catch on as much? I think that they just needed to work on the community side of things a little bit more, maybe do a couple more updates, and that would have really helped them. Oh, somebody got poisoned while I was in fast forward mode. We'll heal hero, and then do that. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to keep going. It's a lot to manage. But I'm trying to stay on topic.
No, it's okay. It's a lot to juggle. Do we even know who's poisoned? Okay, hero is.
Yeah, okay. There we go. But yeah, I think a sense of identity is probably the most important. Not just in characters, but in the world. You've got to have things going on in your world that are interesting if you want players to spend a lot of time in that world.
Well, and so that raises the next question, is what makes the world interesting? Is it the things in the battles, or is it the things outside of the battles?
Both. The battles have to be interesting, and that's like a whole thing. That's a whole thing that I'll have to get into at some point. That I'm considering, I'm considering making videos on how to make good SRPG maps. But outside the world, I really love world-building stuff. Make me feel like the world is lived in, and like it's bigger than what I'm looking at. Oh, he healed himself. Didn't save him, but that's interesting. But yeah, one of my biggest pet peeves is people, or developers, oh my gosh, one step, is developers making worlds that it feels like things only happen when the player is present.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely makes things not as good.
Now, do you prefer the style where, like, because I'm thinking immediately of Fire Emblem, where in Fire Emblem things happen where the characters aren't present, but crucially, very rarely do you as the player not see those things happening. So it's not like you find out about them from the character's perspective. You have that omniscience of you get to go over to the enemy castle and you get to listen to the enemies talk to each other. What's your preference in that style?
I'm fine with either. The battles got me all turned around. I'm not sure which way. Are we going the right way?
I'm not sure either. Do we want to look at, was it Vision or whatever it is that Pyra has?
Yeah, we can. Probably should.
Or maybe we try the Wisdom Seed.
Oh, great. Everybody got put to sleep. Yeah, see, fast forward isn't working anymore.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it won't switch on.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll try a seed. It's so hard to keep track of which direction you're going.
Mm-hmm.
When you're getting into a battle every step, because it just is very distracting.
Well, and I'm not helping. I'm trying to make it interesting for people watching, but on the flip side, we talked about not wanting to have an episode where we just go in the same direction endlessly. If I've gotten you totally turned around, then we're not accomplishing that at all, are we?
No, but it's not you that got me turned around, it's just how many battles there are. I kind of wish there was something like in Pokemon, like a repel, so I could like make a little bit more progress through. Oh, freeze level 2, okay, that's nifty. Alright, let's try one of those wisdom seeds here. Okay, we haven't gone this way.
Alright.
That's good that it tells us that, because I didn't know that. I thought it just would show like a JPEG of the whole map. I didn't realize it was unique to us.
Even that would have been interesting. Maybe not as helpful, but it would have been very interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Alright, is my fast forward working again? Yes, it is. Yeah, it just stops and then it starts again sometimes. So we'll go this way.
Yep, new enemies.
We've seen them once before.
We have, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that would get a kill. Oh. Okay, well that's no good. Yeah, we're gonna have to heal again soon. Okay. That, and then Pyra can finish that one.
Nice.
Alright, there we go.
We seem to be racking up a lot of gold.
Yeah, we are a lot more than we used to, that's for sure.
Do the characters have the best equipment that's available, other than that one sword we chose not to buy?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Is this the end? You have done well, hero. You have passed the trial of strength. If it be strength you seek, then step forward. Okay.
Let's heal first.
Hero is returned to the entry of the Cave of Strength. Trial past strength. A new path lies open before you.
Yeah, let's heal just in case.
I did.
Okay.
How high can Pyra get? Should we heal her more? Yeah, we can give both of them heals, I suppose. Actually, if we're at the entrance now, let's just go back.
Yes, agreed. Let's just use an egress.
Oh yeah, I forgot we could do that. I don't have to run back ever again.
I shudder to think how many times you had to go back and forth while you were grinding.
I would just buy healing, not healing, angel wings.
Or... Which you still need. Again, if Pyra goes down...
I forgot to egress. Yeah, if Pyra goes down, we definitely will need that. So we're gonna keep one on our party, don't worry. Because, yeah, we're getting to the point where it makes sense to not game over. Oh, it's not the same egress sound. They changed it going into Shining Force. I did wonder. Okay, so we'll heal in the tavern. Oh, they upped the gold on us.
But I thought I saw we have over 3,000, so more than enough to spend the night, but more importantly, more than enough to buy a couple of things.
For sure. Do we want the crazy sword? Let me see. I think we need better armor for Hero.
That makes sense.
Actually, because he was taking a lot of damage from things. So let's do that. And we can sell some of the items we picked up. So, what do we have to sell? We've got a woven robe. And we got that short sword. We can sell that. Okay. Now we want to buy, let's see. So he's in a woven robe. So,
I'll bet he could wear that chainmail.
I bet so. Let's just do it.
Well, before you do, he said that's not all that they have. Is there a second page?
Oh, maybe. Let's check. There is.
Okay.
Bronze armor. I actually, it'll pause the music for you guys for a second, but I actually do have a list of the weapons and armors up. So let me see what the difference between those is, because I don't really want to buy it to find out. So bronze armor is plus 40, chainmail is plus 26.
Ooh, that's a lot. But is everybody else as equipped as you want them to be? And the only reason I ask is because, you know, if you could buy 2 chainmails for Hero and Milo, would that be better?
I think that Milo is not taking like any damage right now.
It's true.
So
It's very
that's
true.
fine. The other thing though is I wanted to look at the difference in those swords. So we're currently using a bronze no, we're not. We're using a Morning Star. I forgot I changed it. And the Morning Star is 18 damage. And the big sword that we could buy, I think it's the longsword, is 30 damage. So do we want more damage or do we want more armor?
Well, given the fact that so far you've one-shot pretty much every non-boss, it seems like the armor is more valuable.
Yeah, but I worry about the bosses and what's coming next.
Right.
But yeah, I think you're right. We'll get the bronze armor.
Okay.
For Hero. Okay. And then we can sell Hero's armor that he had on to get a little bit more. And then we didn't use really any items, so we don't have to restock. Alright, so what does that take us from? Armor 34 to 74. Nuts. Okay. So that's about all we can afford for now, but that's fine. I think we go to the castle now, is my thought.
Okay. Yeah, now that we've passed the trial.
Yeah, I feel like they have something to tell us. Passing the Trial of Strength opens the way to the Cave of Courage. Okay, well maybe that's the new way. One of my men came crawling back like a whipped dog. Perhaps there's nobody in the realm capable of passing the trials. Viren has sent men to face the trials before, but to no avail. I believe you to be our only hope. May success be yours. You're about to face the Trial of Courage, aren't you? Well, listen. The Cave of Courage is designed to test a knight's bravery. It is also a place known to instill fear in magic users. Oh, okay. You've passed the Trial of Strength, but you have yet to face the 3 remaining trials. Well, thanks for nothing, guys. Let's check out the tavern and see if anybody's dialogue is updated. Rumor has it that Viren has sent some men out to face the trials. Okay, that's the same. Is that the dwarf's key I see in your hand? Now that you have the key, all you need to do is open the bronze door. Okay, we did that. Okay. These guys are the same. Okay. Yep, that's it for now. Alright, back into the labyrinth we go, and we've got a new way to go.
Alright.
I'm curious too, does running into things deal damage? So I've got 124. No, okay. Well, I appreciate that. I just wondered
It
because
matters less.
it
Yeah,
flashes
it
like
matters
poison.
less now. I can only imagine if it took away damage back when you only had 10 health, though. My goodness, that would have just made the beginning that much tougher.
Was this... What? Hang on. Where did it open?
It opened right next to the stairs down to the trial.
I thought it was next to the door, but yeah, you're right. It's a little bit further in. There we go. I also saw in looking at the weapons and armor lists that certain people can use certain things. You can't just put everybody in the same thing, which I was not aware of. I had made the right choices so far just by luck.
Well, there wasn't total luck. The game did actually say something about, oh, well, this person can't equip it. So we did have a little bit of note.
That's true. There's also some that's just intuitive, kind of, that, like, with the, I got Milo an axe. That was just me going, oh, it looks like he would use an axe.
Yeah, Milo looks like an axe user. That makes sense. He also looks like a Morningstar user, though.
Yeah, that's true. I only knew that would work for Hero because I had that open.
Makes me think back to my Dungeons and Dragons days, right? Clerics use Morningstars and maces and what are they called? Warhammers.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you much of a traditional Dungeons and Dragons person, or at least familiar with the basic tropes?
Not at all. I played it with friends a couple of times, and I just didn't really care for it.
Yeah. It definitely takes a certain kind of person. I haven't played really since I was about 10, but I was fortunate at the age of 10 to have a friend. That's where this is what opened. This is brand new. I happen to have a friend whose older brother had Dungeons and Dragons and would let us play. And so, you know, a group of 10-year-olds would go and we'd play together in our basement. But then they had Baldur's Gate and the Baldur's Gate series in the early 2000s, which gives you all of the Dungeons and Dragons experience without needing the tabletop and all of the stuff that comes with it, which is, it's actually a lot of fun.
I see. Yeah, I haven't done too much of that stuff. I did Dungeons and Dragons once or twice, and then, oh, that's a new enemy. Stinger, okay. Let's focus everything on that to just get it out of here. But yeah, I played D&D a couple times, and then I also played the Final Fantasy role-playing game once or twice.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one. Is it the same tabletop style?
Yeah, but it was not just wasn't for me for a number of reasons. I was playing with a group that a couple people just took forever to take their turns, really consistently. So it was like, I'm gonna go right first because that's what we decided. Okay. Okay, this is taking our MP.
Which is why it's not a good place for mages.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, that's annoying.
You mentioned it earlier, the game does a lot of clever things with moving the screen around, like falling through the holes and having MP sucked away. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, Hero's asleep, I think. I guess that maybe is better than them attacking us.
Yeah, it's true. At the end of the day, they are irritating, but mostly harmless.
Alright, we're through that. We'll go right first. We'll stick to our always go right thing.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I was playing that with people that took forever to take their turns, and then so there's like, even in just combat, it was like it'll take 10 minutes for it to reach my turn again. And during that time, I'm just sitting doing nothing.
Sure.
Oh, I got a Morning Star from that.
Oh, perfect. Well, can Milo equip it?
Unsure, actually. That's a really good question. That would be better for him, I think.
I think it would,
So we're at 63. Yeah, 66. Okay.
Right, a little bit. Not a lot, but every bit counts.
Yeah. Then we'll sell his axe when we get back.
Listening to you talk about a bad experience reminded me that I did play Dungeons and Dragons once as an adult with some family, and it was a mixture of adults and children, and we had the opposite problem. You were talking about turns taking too long. We had one of the younger players who was very impulsive, and so, you know, it was their turn and they would just do things. And, you know, Dungeons and Dragons is tricky. Everybody wants to role play a character, which is great, but nobody wants to have the character in the group that doesn't want to work together with everybody else, which unfortunately in this case, since it was a younger person, you don't want to be too critical, but also when they go running in headlong and they engage in another battle before everybody is ready, that's a problem too.
Yeah, especially when it's happening, like, consistently.
Right.
Okay, so we looped around. So back here, and then we go left. I think that's what happened.
I think that's right. We can use, well, I'll say we use a wisdom seed, but we don't have any more of those.
I think I know where we are. I think we're okay.
Okay.
But yeah, just pretty much everything was taking a super long time. And I'm not super patient when I'm playing games. I am when it comes to, like, strategy games. But when it comes to, like, I'm just not doing anything for really long stretches of time, it just is like, you know, I could be doing something else with my time that maybe would be a little bit better use of my time. I actually felt the same about Grand Theft Auto. I got it for free on Epic, which I'm happy about, because I don't know how much that game would be worth to me.
Which one?
5.
Oh, okay.
But I played it with friends, and there's times that I had a really good time, but then it would also go, you know, you need to do a mission. Get in the car and drive for 30 minutes, and it was like, alright, so I had a friend that liked the driving aspects more than I did, so he would just drive, and it's like, yeah, you know, we'll get there in 30 minutes, and it's like, well, I don't know, should I, like, load up another game to play for 30 minutes? Like, it's gonna be,
yeah, that's tough.
A long time.
It's kind of the Rockstar style. I was thinking of Red Dead Redemption when you said that, but in that case, it's even the one-player game can get a little monotonous, because it's one thing to be driving at high speeds in a car through a city. It's another to be riding at, call it, medium speed through the desert by yourself.
Yeah, and I get the immersion and stuff, like, I totally get that. It just isn't quite for me.
Right. Yeah, this is not me trying to say that nobody should play Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption. I actually think Red Dead Redemption was great, but riding the horse through the desert can sometimes feel very, very samey. I've not played Grand Theft Auto 5. I had played some of the older ones, 3 in Vice City and San Andreas, and they're a lot smaller, so it's not as much of a problem.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know. Anytime, like, I say something bad about a game, too, that's never, like, I know a lot of people, like, take that as, like, a personal attack or something, but it's never that. I'm really happy if you enjoy just about anything.
This is why we have not seen a video on your series about why such and such is the best Shining Force game.
Oh, that'll come at some point. I just need to finish all of them, because I know a lot of people say that 3 is the best, and I'm like, well, I have no opinion on that currently.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I've also heard it's very difficult to play. Not difficult like this game is difficult, but difficult in just the basic accessibility to the game itself.
Oh, you mean like difficult to get a hold of?
Right, difficult to get a hold of, difficult to get a copy that you can translate, like those kinds of things.
Yeah. yeah, I'm not looking forward to broaching that because I don't currently have it. So I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point. Oh,
That's a new one.
yeah. I feel bad for that guy that walked in and just died. Alright, I think... Well, I know where we are, but was there more this way? No. Okay, so we need to go out here, go left. Then what? Let me see if we have another wisdom seed or anything. I don't think we do. Oh, we do. Sweet. Okay, so I think we need to go right.
Looks like it, yes.
And then, oh, that's a dead end. Is this the way we just came?
I think that is, yes. I think that's the way down to the chest.
I think so. Goodness, I'm a mess. Well, we still made a lot of progress this episode with getting through the cave, the Cave of Strength. We finished the Trial of Strength, so I'll count that as we did something this episode.
No, we did. We absolutely did. It's new enemies. We're not stuck. We're not wandering in too many circles.
Yes, so I think we'll call this episode here, and when you rejoin us, we'll know which way we're going. You got anything else, Captain?
No, thanks for having me on again tonight, as always.
Thanks for coming on, and thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time.